Hi, Fentress.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time.
So I'm going to jump right in. What are you looking forward to the most? In theaters today, Traffic, your new movie. What made you jump on board with this film?
Gosh, it was the opportunity, I think. My friend Jeff Clanagan, who works at owns Cold Black Entertainment, he knew that I wanted to produce, and he was like, well, here's something that's already kind of in the making, and meet up with Dion, read the script, and see what you think. And I saw all the potential and possibilities in it, and with Dion, we got on so well. It just felt like a perfect fit, and I've always tried to get my opinions in whenever I made a movie. By hook or crook, I would tell people, tell them it's your idea, whatever it was. So, because you want to be in something that you're proud of. It's not just about my role. So it was nice to finally be able to have the authority to do so. So that took away a little bit of stress.
Okay. Now, what about this movie? Does this movie actually tackle the issue of trafficking head on? What can viewers expect when they see this? Is it very eye-opening when it comes to the real world of trafficking?
Well, I think it comes as a surprise because the movie, it's meant to be an escapist film. It's meant to be fun and scary. It begins as a love story and it gets a bit sexy. And then this couple, they take a stop at a truck stop, as one does, and then everything goes horribly wrong, and it becomes a thriller of suspense, and it takes you into the world of sex trafficking. And we should call it what it is. It's really important to me. It's slavery, and I really believe that when we call things by their name, and we're more honest, we can actually bring about more healing and some problem solving. But so it's really more that it leaves you with something to think about. I really believe that's what it does the most, but the movie is meant to entertain you first and foremost.
Okay. Now, when you stepped into this role, did you already know a lot about the issue at hand as far as trafficking, or did you learn more about it after you got into the role?
No, I didn't know. I think like so many people, you've heard of it, but you didn't realize how prevalent it is and how profitable. It was shocking. And also, we shot the movie in Sacramento, where the film takes place. And Sacramento. It's one of the, it happens the most there, and it's because it's a port town. And once you hit that highway, you can go east, west, north, or south. And so it's very prevalent there.
Risk.
And I guess, what are you looking forward to the most? What was the most challenging part of getting into character for this particular role?
I think, it's always funny. I find that there's always challenging things along the way. I don't know what's the most, but I would say that probably being in this tunnel once, I think it's okay to say you figure out that my character does get taken at some point, and we're really in these tunnels that are in Sacramento from when gold mining was very popular back in the gold rush in California. So you have these small tunnels, and it really made that environment so real and claustrophobic. It got your heart pounding.
It makes perfect sense.
Okay. And do you think, I guess after making the film, or when viewers watch it, do you think they'll be able to see the warning signs when issues like this take place, or do you think they'll even want to get more involved after watching the movie?
I don't know. I think that if people just talk about it amongst themselves, they'll see what they want to do. Some people want to do something. Some people maybe have an idea. But what I really think is important is that we trust our intuition in these moments, right? That if you can walk away with anything, that our gut always tells what's right and wrong in every kind of way. And I think I also think we shouldn't be afraid to help people. I think we come into this world, and you come to a time in this world where everybody says it's not my problem, I don't want to get involved. But I think that we should all start thinking of each other as family. We're all citizens of this world, and if you see a child out there that needs help, please, let somebody know.
All right. And I'll get away from all the more serious questions, but what was it like actually just working with your co-stars? Obviously, you're with Omar Epps, and what is that like? You have an all-star cast list. Was it fun doing the role? Obviously, outside of the serious issue, did you have fun making the film?
Of course. I think that, when things are so serious and tense, when you're making it, you've got to have a lot of levity. And we did. We laughed a lot, joked a lot. And it was good because we were all friends. I had worked with Laz on Jumping the Broom, and Omar and I were friends in the past. Him and his wife and I were really good friends, and Rosalind and I knew each other, and then we became very good friends during the filming. So it was a really great experience.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today, everyone. Paula Patton, don't forget to go check out the new movie Traffic in theaters today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Do you like what you're seeing? This is also being streamed right now on YouTube, Periscope, and on the FPCChannel.com live. The viewership is maximized as social media continues to be the #1 way to get your content seen. No cable, no problem. The FPC channel can also be seen on any streaming device, Roku, Fire Stick, Kodi Box. It's just a click away. If you'd like to have your content featured on the FPC channel, call or email now for more information.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world. Money with nothing, without a woman or a girl. You see, man made the cars.
You're watching another episode of the FPC channel being streamed live on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook as well. I'm here with Johnny White and Hickory native and American Idol contestant. Now, first off, before we get into anything, how did you get started singing? Because according to your mom, she told me that when you were a baby, you used to moan and she just knew you were going to be a singer when I interviewed her at HCAM. So what's your side of the story?
I would say, well, as far as I can remember, when I was around, I want to say 6, I started singing. I started singing in like talent shows and school plays, so that kind of is what helped me to, get in the feel of, singing in front of people and build this confidence. But I think it started with me doing plays and stuff.
Okay. Now, what is your favorite genre of music to sing, and where do you pull from? Every time you sing, it just looks so effortless. So how did that come into such an amazing voice now?
I would have to say I love R&B and soul, but more so soul. I prefer myself. I want to be a soulful singer. I definitely always go back and look at the old artists that was here before us. So I think that's kind of how I get I would say pick up my style. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, when I watched the American Idol episode, the first one, when they had Miss Finley on there, and she was talking about, when she first met you, you didn't have a lot of confidence when you were at HCAM. But I could not tell that, because when I first met you, like you said, during the civil rights play, you just seemed effortless singing then. So, obviously, you're kind of soft-spoken right now, but where do you pull this amazing voice from, to surprise people when they meet you in person, to hear your voice, and just to see how soft-spoken you truly are?
Actually, yes, I get that a lot. A lot of people tell me I do talk really soft because I've always been so like shy. So I'm kind of like trying to, come out of that shell that I've been in. But Miss Finley, she definitely helped with me getting in front of people and just talking and just being myself.
A very superstitious, a ladder at the farm. A 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass.
Do you like what you're seeing? This is also being streamed right now on YouTube, Periscope, and on the FPCChannel.com live. The viewership is maximized as social media continues to be the #1 way to get your content seen. No cable, no problem. The FPC channel can also be seen on any streaming device, Roku, Fire Stick, Kodi Box. It's just a click away. If you'd like to have your content featured on the FPC channel, call or email now for more information. Do you have an upcoming recital? Dance Studios look no further. The FPC Channel is experienced in filming your entire showcase. DVDs start as low as $30. You'll get top-notch quality and a quick turnaround to see your video. Are you a dancer or a dance mom? The FPC Channel specializes in custom videos to showcase your talent. A demo video promoted the right way can go a long way. Call the FPC Channel today for booking.
I can hear a voice telling me to let go, and it feels like the light is hiding from my eyes. I'm so lost, searching for one brighter day, trying to find a way, but I'll still believe, even if I don't seem, I'll hold on, I'll hold on, when it feels like my prayers are flawed away. No matter how long it takes, I'll hold on, when I'm standing on my last leg. I'll keep going, I'll hold on.
Explain the American Idol journey for people who do not know at all. Maybe a lot of us, we grew up watching it, but we don't know exactly what goes into the audition process. Now I understand you go before another panel of producers before you get to the judges. What is that like?
Scary. So, well, first I want to start by saying I went to Miss Finley my senior year, and I went to her and I told her, I was like, I want to do American Idol. This is something that I've dreamed of doing ever since I was a kid. And she was like, you know, let's do it. She's like, you have to do your homework though. You have to find, you know, the closest, you know, location. And, you know, was already on Twitter. You know, I had it where every message that American Idol would post, it would come automatically to my phone. So I would go on there, I would check it every single day, and finally they posted a list of, you know, cities that they would be at, and Asheville was the closest one for me. So we went to Asheville, I think it was back in August, and we went to Asheville, and when I got there like 8 that morning, and it was a long line. It was like thousands, it was like blocks of people. And I stood out there, waited. I waited in that line for every bit about 5 hours. I didn't get up there till about 3 that day. And I got up there, and you know, we would have to get in groups of 4 to sing. And so my group went up, and I was the last one in my group to go. And when I began, you know, to start singing, it was like all I had to do was get like 3. I only got like 3 words out, and he already stopped me, and he was like, okay. And then he had the other 3 people that was in the group step forward. So I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe they're going through, right? Maybe you know, they're going through and I'm not. So he sent the first 3 home and told me that, you know, he believed that I had something very special, and that he thought that I was very, very talented. And I grabbed my yellow paper, and I went to this like circle thing, and it's called the winner circle. Okay. So I went over there, sat down. You know, there's so many people there, but I would say about 15 people made it. Out of everyone in Asheville, there was about 15 sitting there where I was sitting at. And so from that step on, you know, I had explained to them my story and, you know, what it is that I went through. And So the next one was in New Orleans.
Okay.
So that was my first time flying. I was very scared, of course.
What was the city like for you?
I would say it was different. It's definitely not.
Street craze?
Yes, it's definitely not how Hickory is, but it was pretty cool because it's, I was seeing a lot of things that I've never seen before, and it was opening my eyes to a lot of different things. But when I got there, as soon as I got there, I had to go right into another audition, so I didn't even get to go back to my hotel to do anything. So yeah, as soon as I got there, so this whole time, when I got there, me and Miss Finley thought that I would have to stand in a line, but because I was a callback, I didn't have to stand in a line. I was supposed to go straight on through. So the producer brought me through the doors or whatever, and he puts me in the wrong line.
Okay.
And this is the crazy part. He puts me in the wrong line, so I'm standing there, and I feel like I've been in this line. I've done this before. This is the same line that I was in when I was in Asheville, so I didn't have to redo this again.
Right.
It was kind of making me do another step that I didn't have to do.
Thinking you had to go through the first audition.
Yes,
again.
yes.
Okay.
So I was in the line, and there was a couple other people, and I'm like, didn't you do this in Asheville?
Right.
And she's like, yeah. She's like, were you a callback? I was like, yes. We're talking to each other, saying we're both callbacks. Why are we in this line? So they, told her to step forward. Then they told me to step forward. But it was ridiculous because these are people that are callbacks, and they're getting their wristband cut. Thankfully, that did not happen to me. I was actually the first contestant in New Orleans to actually make it through.
Okay.
No.
And that's when you actually saw the judges, correct? So in Asheville was the producers, and then New Orleans was Katy Perry. No, producers again. Okay.
Producers again.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like 6 rounds that.
Before you get.
Yes.
Wow.
That I had to go through before I even got in front of them. So then, I had to go upstairs. I had to sing 2 more times in that room. So it was just like. It was step. Yes, it's like step after step. And but luckily, I was able to make it through.
Oh, girl, it's something that you've been doing to my body. Baby, you've been driving me crazy. Baby, it's something.
This is just a taste of what the FPC channel can do. Whether you're wanting a video of just your ceremony, or if you're wanting those special moments from the reception and to highlight the moment you said yes, there's a package that's perfect for you. Pricing as low as $150 for your wedding. That's unheard of. Let the FPC channel be a part of your special day. Call or email now for bookings.
How I love it stood the many tests of time.
Is your little one a beauty queen? Relive her taking home the title over and over. That crowning moment is truly something special. Contact the FPC channel for booking and ask about our live streaming.
And the next city was Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
This is the one in front of Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and all of them. So I get there, and there's not many people there in Savannah, but it was a decent amount. So I was sitting there waiting all day long. I was waiting. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing all these people come out with their golden ticket. When am I going to be able to go? And it's the end of the day, and comes to find out I'm the last contestant to go of the day. So the producer brings me downstairs, and there's the doors. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is really about to happen to me. And but then he's like, Johnny, we want you to come back tomorrow.
I know you were mad. What was going through your mind at that time? You're warming up and all this.
Right. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I was like, I've been sitting here all day long. But, everything happens for a reason. That's how I had to look at it in the end. But, so he was like, you're going to be the first contestant to go tomorrow morning at 8 in the morning. So I get there at 8 that morning, and I was not the first contestant to go. He said, you're gonna be on in just a minute. He comes back. He said, you're gonna be on in 30 minutes. I said, okay. He comes back again. He said, you're gonna be on in an hour. And I said, okay. He comes back one more time. He said, Johnny, we want you to be the last contestant of the day.
Okay.
So I'm like, what?
Why?
I'm like, I was just the last contestant yesterday. So I guess they kind of wanted it where like I was the last one to close out Savannah. That's how I took it. But so then, you know, it was time finally for me to go, and I'm standing there, and you know, the guys are giving me advice, you know, just go in there and tell them your story and what it is that you've been through. And I was seeing other contestants come out, so I was seeing like peeking through the door. I would see like the actual studio itself. So you know, it was like everyone. They were like, when it was time for me to go on, they're like, everyone clear, Johnny's on. And they're like, Johnny, when you go through the door, make sure you open the door wide enough for the camera guy to follow in behind you. So you know, I was going down the steps, and it was just like, wow. There they are. I said, this is really about to happen.
What was that like for you seeing a legend like Lionel Richie? I mean, what was your first thought? Like, wow, or oh my God, I'm freaking out?
Well, he actually was the first one that I did see, and then I seen Katie. But when I first saw him, I was just more so like, I was in shock. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe like this is something that I've dreamed of doing ever since I was a kid, and to actually be here doing it, and all these cameras around you, that you're surrounded by all these people, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like this is really happening. So Lionel and you know them, they asked me like, well, what is your story? So I explained to them, you know, growing up for me, you know, it wasn't easy. You know, my mom and you know dad, well, my dad wasn't really there you know, for 9 years of my life, and my mom had this, you know, a drug addiction, so she wasn't able to, you know, take care of us. So sometimes, you know, it would be that my sister would have to step in, you know, just to take care of us. But you know, through all of that, you know, I believe that I put all my faith in God, and you know, this is where he got right.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning, no kidding. I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down, I'm around through every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm in blue. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Either win, I lose, I'm winning, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you.
Do you like what you're seeing? This is also being streamed right now on YouTube, Periscope, and on the FPCChannel.com live. The viewership is maximized as social media continues to be the #1 way to get your content seen. No cable, no problem. The FPC channel can also be seen on any streaming device, Roku, Fire Stick, Kodi Box. It's just a click away. If you'd like to have your content featured on the FPC channel, call or email now for more information. Do you have an upcoming recital? Dance Studios look no further. The FPC channel is experienced in filming your entire showcase. DVDs start as low as $30. You'll get top-notch quality and a quick turnaround to see your video. Are you a dancer or a dance mom? The FPC channel specializes in custom videos to showcase your talent. A demo video promoted the right way can go a long way. Call the FPC channel today for booking. This is just a taste of what the FPC channel can do. Whether you're wanting a video of just your ceremony or if you're wanting those special moments from the reception and to highlight the moment you said yes, there's a package that's perfect for you. Pricing as low as $150 for your wedding. That's unheard of. Let the FPC channel be a part of your special day. Call or email now for booking.
During group round, me and my group, I was one of the contestants to find my group last minute, and it was ridiculous because we all had to run around and try to find somebody to be in our group. And there was this group of 3, and they're like, they need another person. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to join this group, praying to God that they all could sing.
Exactly.
But you know, when I all heard each one of them sing, we all were different. We all had our own style. So that's kind of what, you know, I loved about the group. The song we chose, which they did not show, was Get Ready by the Temptations. We had to be up that morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, my group stayed up dancing and singing. We were up till 3 in the morning because we have to show it to the producers and show them what we got or what we've been working on before we go to bed. So, you know, that night I had everything memorized. You know, I had the dance moves, I had the lyrics memorized. But come that morning, it was just like, oh my gosh, like my mind is so blank right now. And I was just afraid that I would go on stage and forget my words. And of course, you know, that's what happened to me. So, you know, I practiced all day. I had them when we were waiting before time to go on. I had them. Then some moments I didn't have them. Felt I had them, then I didn't have them. It's kind of that thing back and forth. But when we were sitting down and Lionel Richie told us all, he was like, you know, I know you all are tired. And he was like, but whatever you do, even if you forget the words, he said, do not stop. So I took that in and I'm like, okay, whatever happens, I'm not going to stop.
Right.
So when I got up there and it was time for me to go on, I definitely owned the fact that, you know, I forgot my words, but I kept going and I did not stop. So at the end of the day, I felt that I gave it my all. So, you know, things happen.
Now, coming off from that, when you found out, okay, this is the end of the American Idol journey, or not, because you said it's still possible you could get called back based off of YouTube videos, correct?
Right.
Okay. So what is your mindset right now? Obviously, every time that I talk to you, you're always in a, well, it's fine. It is what it is type mindset. But, you know, what do you, I guess, go through on a daily basis preparing, thinking like, you know, you could get a call back? Do you want to go back on the show? Are you leaning towards another show? Or, you know, where are you at right now?
I would definitely love to go back. I mean, if I got a call back, but there's other shows in mind that I'm definitely actually considering or probably going to do. I'm looking at doing the 4 right now, but I mean, there's, you know, I'm just, you know, I look at it more like it's only the beginning. Right. You know, so many, just the amount of love that I've got from people from just being on the show, and how the younger people that's younger than me actually, you know, DM me or Facebook me and tell me how much that they look up to me or how much I inspire them. And you know, my biggest thing for me is all about sharing my story and sharing my testimony and being able to touch other people. Right. So, you know, I'm sure anybody, you know, that's on the show will love to win, but I mean, even if I didn't, you know, that was okay. I'm still gonna continue to sing and do what it is that I love to do.
All right. And what do you want people to know outside of singing, Johnny White? Tell me a little bit about your personality outside of singing. Obviously, I can tell right now you're very soft-spoken. So outside of singing, what are you into?
I don't really, that's the thing, I don't really,
just singing.
I really don't do much. I'm more of like, type of stay home type of guy, you know, don't really hang out with friends like that.
And that's okay. That is good.
I mean, I just don't have time, I guess, for that.
Focus on you, do what you love, and get it done.
Right. That's my biggest thing. And a lot of people say, well, you're young and, you know, enjoy the life, you know, while you're young. And I'm like,
but you're working towards what you want to do.
Right, absolutely. So I don't really do anything. Just stay home.
Well, for people who want to see more of Johnny White, where can we follow your work? Give us your Insta hashtag, give us your Twitter follow, give us everything.
Okay, on my YouTube, of course, it's Johnny White, and then on Twitter it's @WhiteJman, and then Instagram it is Johnny White __, and then Facebook Johnny White.
All right. Well, there you have it, Johnny White. And again, you can watch the FPC channel whether you're watching it on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter, or the FPCchannel.com. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fentress Fountain.
Like Noah made the yard. This is amazing.